Now friends, moving to the next part, and the part is corresponding angles, or you can say theorem of corresponding angles. And the theorem is the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. Means they have given us a two parallel line, they have also given us a transversal, and we have to prove that the respective corresponding angle formed over there are of equal measurements, means their value is equal. Now student, please pay attention. Here I am going to write a diagram in terms of a structure, then given to prove and proof. So I am going to make a structure ready. Please pay attention seriously. Now student, I have drawn a diagrammatical structure and now I have to write the proof. So one by one. Let us say one by one. Line L is parallel to line M and line N is act as a transversal. So line L is parallel to line M and line N act as a transversal. Now we have to find a pair of corresponding angles. So I am going to take one angle A over here and second angle B over here. Now no doubt we have to show that angle A equal to angle B. Just to prove a part, I am going to take additional angle, and that is nothing but angle C over here. And now one by one I am going to write all the part. So for a given, here line L is parallel to line M. Line L parallel to line M and line N act as a transversal and line N is transversal. Now in that case we have to prove that according to condition angle A and angle B are equal, means we have to prove. So to prove angle A is equal to angle B, you have to show that these two angles are equal angle. Now in that case student, please pay attention. Whenever you are going to write a part called as a proof, please have a habit that if you are going to write a proof, it should be in the form of numbers, statement and reason. Please start making a habit of number, statement and reason. It look attractive and perfect. So the starting part over here. Now one by one we have to write number, statement and reason. In the first case, we know that angle A plus angle C is 180 degree. Reason, it is nothing but a linear pair angles, and we have to know that when angles are in linear pair, from reference of chapter 1, that angle A plus angle C is always 180 degree because these are connected angles on a linear pair. Second part, we also know that as line L parallel to line M, then angle B and angle C, these are angle nothing but interior angle or pair of interior angle. And as per previous theorem, we have proved that addition of interior angle when lines are parallel is 180 degree. Means angle B plus angle C is 180. Writing that part over here, and the part is as line L parallel to line M, they have given it, so I am going to write it as given. Our first part, angle A plus angle C, angle A plus angle C, that angle is equal to, or angle addition is 180 degree. Reason become linear pair of angle. Angle A plus angle C is 180 degree, that is nothing but linear pair of angle. Also we have angle B plus angle C, angle B plus angle C, that is also 180 degree. Reason, interior pair of angles. So interior angles. Now if 180 equal to 180, we can write angle A plus angle C is equal to angle B plus angle C. So I am writing that part, giving it as equation number 1 and 2. So I am going to write as 180 degree is equal to 180 degree. Means 180 means angle A plus angle C. Therefore, angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degree means angle B plus angle C. Angle B plus angle C. Here I am going to write from equation 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Remember it carefully. Angle A plus angle C is 180. So angle A plus angle C is 180. Angle B plus angle C is also 180. So 180 is nothing but angle B plus angle C. But in both the cases, if you are going to observe that angle C is available in both the places. Either you can shift this angle C over here, it become minus, or you can shift this angle C over here, it become minus. Means no doubt they cancel each other and automatically you are getting angle A is equal to angle B. So angle A is equal to angle B. Now what is meant by angle A and angle B? Angle A and angle B, as per diagram, these are nothing but corresponding angle. And naturally we can say that value of corresponding angle is equal. So our statement become true. The corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. And in this way it's very small proof. Hello friends, now we are moving to alternate angle theorem. First of all, we are trying to understand its statement. The alternate angles formed by a transversal. The alternate angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines. Means they have given two parallel line, transversal and condition of alternate angles are equal measure. Means the alternate angle forms are equal, that we have to prove. Once again student, I am going to draw a diagrammatical structure over here given to prove an entire proof. So please pay attention seriously. Now as per discuss, I have drawn all the construction and structure over here so that you can easily understand the part. One by one. Let us assume that there is a line L and there is a line M. No doubt line L is parallel to line M and line N is act as a transversal. And as per this condition, we have to show that a test of alternate angle theorem. So I am going to take two alternate angle. One is the angle B over here and next angle D over here. And now my target is, I have to show that angle B equal to angle D, or you can say angle D equal to angle B. To prove that part, I am going to take additional angle and the name of this angle is angle C over here. Whatever part which is available with us in terms of parallel line and transversal, I am going to write in a given. So the part is, here the first part is given. So my first part is line L is parallel to line M. Line L parallel to line M and line N is a transversal. Line N is transversal. Next, here we have to prove, means to prove here angle B equal to angle D, angle B equal to angle D, because these are nothing but our alternate angle to prove. I am going to start a proof over here and that proof in the form of numbers, statement and reason. So the part is, as per our first condition, we know that angle C plus angle D is 180 degree. So the part is, from given diagram, angle C plus angle D, angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair. Angles in linear pair. Next part, angle B plus angle C. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. You can say interior angles. Giving it as respective equation 1 and respective equation 2. Now we know that angle C plus angle D is 180 and angle B plus angle C is 180. As 180 equal to 180, so I'm going to write, therefore, as 180 degree is equal to 180 degree, we can have 180 means angle B plus angle C. So I'm going to write this part first. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 and 180 is nothing but angle C plus angle D. So I'm writing angle C plus angle D. If you observe this part, angle C is available in both the groups. If I am going to shift this angle C over here, it become minus and plus C and minus C get cancelled. Vice versa, if I am going to shift this plus C to that side, again plus C and minus C will get cancelled. If they are going to get cancelled with each other, naturally angle B is equal to angle D. Angle B is equal to angle D. And as angle B equal to angle D, as per the diagram, these are nothing but alternate angles. And you can say that angle B equal to angle D means the part to be proved called as alternate angle theorem. Observe it carefully and try to understand. Now coming to the part over here. Now we are going to start practice set 2.1. Practice set 2.1. Question number 1 and first question is, line RP is parallel to line MS. Line RP parallel to line MS and line DK is their transversal. Line DK is their transversal. Then find the value of RHD, second angle PHG, third angle HGS and fourth MGK. I am going to explain the same part over here from diagram so that you can easily understand the part. They have given RP is parallel to MS. RP is parallel to MS and this DK is act as a transversal. During transversal, it touches the first line at point H and second point at G over here. Now, if DHP means they have given a part, angle DHP, this they have given it as 85 degree. Then find the value of RHD. RHD means this is the value we are supposed to find. Next, PHG. PHG means again we have to find this value. Next, HGS. HGS means this is the third value. And MGK. MGK means this value. So you have to find 1, 2, 3, 4. We are supposed to find 1, 2, 3, 4 values over here. Now try to understand one by one. First, DHP and DHR, these are linear pair of angle and naturally angle addition of both the parts is 180 degree starting from that part and the part is. Now starting from first, angle DHP and angle DHR are linear pair. So starting from that part, first from given diagram, we have first part, angle DHP plus angle DHR, or you can say RHD. You can say angle RHD plus angle DHP. Angle DHP is equal to 180 degree. And reason is nothing but angles in linear pair. Angles in linear pair. Naturally their angle addition is 180 degree. Angle RHD that we are supposed to find. Therefore, angle RHD plus angle DHP. Here angle DHP is equal to 85 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now simplification over here. Angle RHD is equal to 180. 85 goes to that side, it become minus 85 degree and here value. Therefore angle RHD is equal to 180 minus 85. 180 minus 85 means 95 degree and this is our first answer. I'm going to give it as equation number 1 over here. Now this is the most important part, that we are able to get RHD, and that is 95. So I'm going to write the answer of 95 degree into answer section over there. Now RHD, this angle become now 95 degree. Now as RHD is 95, we can find its vertically opposite angle, that is PHG, and that is our second requirement. So your second part, angle PHG is equal to angle PHG is equal to angle RHD, angle RHD and the reason become vertically opposite angles. Yes, we can write in a short, that is vertically opposite angle. Now RHD, recently we have calculated RHD, that is 95. So it will become 95 degree, and that is the value of angle PHG, and this is your second answer over here. So I am going to give it as equation number 2. Now there are third part. Calculate the value of angle HGS. HGS. Again from a diagram. HGS. HGS. Now if you observe HGS over here, remember due to this 95, we are able to get this value as 95 degree. That is your next answer. Now we have to calculate HGS. But here HGS is corresponding angle of DHP. DHP and HGS are corresponding angle. Naturally it is 85. It automatically become 85. Writing that part over here. Now your third part. Here angle HGS. Angle HGS is equal to angle HGS is equal to angle DHP. Angle DHP. And the reason become corresponding angles. Therefore, automatically we can get a value of HGS. Angle HGS is equal to 85 degree, and this is your third answer over here. I am going to call it as equation number 3. And the last part, that is MGK over here. Now your fourth part, that is MGK. So here angle, once again, this value we are able to get as 85 degree. Now this MGK and here HGS are vertically opposite angle. So it is 85. Automatically this angle is also become 85. Writing that part over here, and the part is angle MGK. Therefore angle MGK is equal to angle HGS, and the reason become vertically opposite angles. And we know that value of HGS that we have calculated over here. HGS 85 degree. So here 85 degree, and that is the value of angle MGK, and this is your final answer. No doubt I have just make underline to this part. You are kindly requested to make a proper box to this answer, and in this way you are kindly requested to make the proper box to the answer, so that your entire structure will be look like proper. And generally the logic is number, statement and reasons. And generally this line before the index, next this part, if it is total 15 centimeter, divide in the ratio of 10:5 centimeter, means in 10 centimeter you are going to write the statement, and in the last 5 centimeter you are going to write the reasons. Now friends, moving to the second question, and the part is question number 2. Line P is parallel to line Q. Line P is parallel to line Q, and line L and line M are transversal. Line L and M are transversal. Find the measure of angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. Now we are trying to understand the same question from diagram. As per their condition, line P is parallel to line Q. They have given line P is parallel to line Q and line L and line M act as a transversal. They have given some value that one angle they have given 110 and second angle they have given 115. Then find the value of angle A, it is our first task, angle B, second task, angle C, third task, and angle D, fourth task. These four values that we are supposed to find. Here angle A and 110 is linear pair. Naturally 110 plus what value is 180 because addition of these two is 180. So by mathematical calculation definitely we will get A as 70. I am just giving oral explanation. After that I am going to give writing explanation. Now if angle A is 70, here line P is parallel to line Q. Line P is parallel to line Q. And here we can say that angle A, here angle A is 70. Automatically we will get over here 70 degree as corresponding angle. And opposite to its B, that is also 70. Also you can use another property, and that is nothing but one part is called as alternate angle interior and alternate angle exterior. Angle A and angle B are exterior angle in terms of alternate angles. If they are exterior angle of alternate angles, then if angle A is 70, then angle B is also 70. Now part 3. Here they have given line P is parallel to line Q. Line P is parallel to line Q. Then angle C and 115, they are act as corresponding angles. They are act as corresponding angles. Naturally we can have angle C is equal to 115. Next 115 plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. 115 plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. In that case 115 plus angle D is 180, and with the subtraction we can calculate angle D, and this is the process to calculate. Now please pay attention from this diagram to this diagram. What is exactly? Line EP is parallel to line Q and line L is act as a transversal. Here line P is parallel to line Q and line M is act as a transversal. First of all they have given us 110. If it is 110, then 110 plus A is equal to 180 degree because these two act as linear pair. Remember, I have drawn this diagram, just you can simply understand the breakup. 110 plus angle A is 180, means 110 plus 70 is 180, so angle A becomes 70. Now second part, we have to understand from A we have to find the value of angle B. In that case I am going to tell you an idea about exterior alternate angles. We know interior alternate angle. Similarly we have seen exterior alternate angle. If angle A and angle B are nothing but exterior alternate angles, now if angle A is 70, then automatically we can write angle B is also 70 degree by property of exterior alternate angles. Third part, again line P is parallel to line Q and line M is act as transversal. Naturally angle C and 115 become corresponding angle. So angle C is equal to 115. We will get the value of angle C. And last, 115 plus angle D is equal to 180 degree, as these are nothing but linear pair. And with this addition calculation, we will do or find the value of angle D. So angle D is nothing but 180 minus 115. And in this way, we are going to complete first two and next two calculation. Now starting from breakup and a part. So one by one, the part is first. Here angle A plus 110 is equal to 180 degree from diagram. Therefore, from diagram, angle A plus 110, angle A plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair. Angles in linear pair. And the part is angle A plus 110 is equal to 180 degree. Naturally value of angle A is equal to 180 degree. Shifting plus 110 to that side, it become minus 110 degree. And the value angle A is equal to 180 minus 110, that become 70 degree. And this is our first answer. So I'm going to call it as equation number 1. Now we are able to get value of angle A as 70 degree. Now we have to write angle A next value. From angle A we have to write angle B over here, and the part is. So second part, from diagram, angle A is equal to angle B. Now why angle A equal to angle B? Because angle A and angle B are exterior alternate angles. Reason? By exterior alternate angles, so angle A equal to angle B, but we recently calculated value of angle A, that is 70 degree. So angle A nothing but angle B, and automatically your value of angle B become 70 degree, and that is nothing but second answer. So I'm going to write at equation number 2. So now our angle A first part and angle B second part is get completed over here. Now student, make it proper underline or make it proper box for this answer. Now we have to find the value of angle C and angle D. Once again, line P is parallel to line Q. Line P is parallel to line Q. Naturally angle C equal to 115 because it is nothing but pair of corresponding angle. And fourth part, 115 plus angle D is 180 degree because these are nothing but linear pair of angle. Solving that part, and the part is here. Third part is from diagram, line L, line P parallel to line Q, and line M is a transversal. Therefore, angle C equal to 115 degree. Angle C is equal to 115 degree. And the reason nothing but corresponding angles. Now you are able to get the third value, that is angle C. I am going to call it as equation number 3 over here. And now our last target, to find the value of angle D. So the fourth part, and the part is by property of linear pair, by linear angle addition, property, 115 plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. No need to give special reason because I have already written an upstairs. Now angle D is equal to 180 degree, shifting 115 to that side, minus 115. And in this case, we have to make a subtraction of 118 minus 115. And therefore, value of angle D is equal to, and value of angle D is nothing but 180 minus 115. So 10 minus 5, 5, carry 1, 8 minus 2, that is 6, 65, and 1 minus 1, 0. So that becomes 65 degree. So value of angle D is 65 degree. As it is the fourth answer, I am going to call it as equation number 4. And again I am going to make angle C value, that is 115, and angle D as a box over here. And in this way we can solve this numerical. Student, I have make a angle C as well as angle D as a box over here. Now remember one part, your handwriting and presentation must be proper, diagram must be accurate, and these two breakup of a diagram that I have drawn for your understanding. And whenever we will get any critical diagram and we are getting jumbling, we will split original diagram into 2 or 3 parts. Hello friends, already we have completed question number 1 and 2. Moved to the question number 3, and the part is question number 3. Line L parallel to line M, line L parallel to line M, and line N parallel to line P. Find the value of angle A, angle B, and angle C from the given measure of angles. Now observe the diagram very carefully and the part is line L parallel to line M, means these two lines are parallel line given, and line N parallel to line P, these are the two lines given. They have given one angle as a 45 degree and find the value of angle A, angle B and angle C. First of all, from 45 degree we have to reach somehow up to this group, and with the help of A and B we have to reach up to C. So taking part into consideration, here as 45 is over here and line L is parallel to line M, here I am going to take one angle over here and indicating it as angle D over here, and in this way we are going to start the part. Now as per modification we know that this 45 degree and this D angle which is over here, these are nothing but corresponding angles, as line L is parallel to line M, and we know that in a parallel line if there is a transversal then corresponding angles are congruent. Applying that part over here, and the part is starting from 1 and the part is here angle D equal to 45, but we cannot write directly, we have to write as line L parallel to line M and line P is transversal. Line P is transversal. It is nothing but given. Therefore, angle D is congruent to, or angle D is equal to 45 degree. Reason become corresponding angles. So it become corresponding angles. Now next part, angle D is equal to 45 degree. From D we can have correlation for B as well as A. Now here part is angle D and angle B, angle D and angle B are linear pair angle. Naturally addition of these two will equal to 180 degree. Now as your value of D is 45 degree, starting from that part. So your second part is angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angles in linear pair. So angles in linear pair, or you can have a linear pair angles. So angle D we recently calculated 45 degree. So it become 45 degree plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Next, value of angle B is equal to 180 plus 45 goes to that side, become minus 45 degree. And here 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 4 or carry 1. So 8 minus 5, that is 3. And 1 is as usual. So it become 135 degree. So you are able to get the required value of angle B is equal to 135 degree. This is your one answer. So I am going to write it as equation number 1. Making underline to this answer. Now as we are able to get the value of angle B is equal to 135. Angle A is exactly vertically opposite angle. So the third part. Also, angle A is equal to angle B, and the reason become vertically opposite angles. Now, naturally angle B is 135 from 1. So we can have, therefore, angle A is equal to 135 degree. And this is your second answer. So I am going to make underline to it, giving it as equation number 2. Now third part is, again, your line P is parallel to N. Line P is parallel to N. Automatically angle B and angle C become corresponding angle. So again they are congruent. So your last answer, fourth. Also, angle C equal to angle B. Reason, corresponding angles. And angle C, that is nothing but 135 degree. And in this way, we are able to complete first as well as second as well as third. That is angle B equal to 135, angle A equal to 35 and angle C is also equal to 135 degree. No doubt as this is the main answer, you are kindly requested to make a proper box. In this way, for equation 1 as well as equation 2 and equation 3, make it a proper box and write your answer so that structure can be looked at appropriate manner, and please write the reason towards extreme side of your paper. After completing third question, we are moving to fourth question and the part is, here question is, question number 4, sides of angle PQR, sides of angle PQR and angle XYZ are parallel to each other. Sides of angle PQR and angle XYZ are parallel to each other. Prove that angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. Same part I am going to explain in terms of a diagram so you can easily understand the part. Sides of angle XYZ are parallel to the sides of angle PQR. Logically they have given XY is parallel to PQ and second YZ parallel to QR. You have to prove that angle XYZ means this angle which is formed over here is congruent with angle PQR, means this angle which is over here. That is a task we have to prove. Means it is nothing but a kind of logical proof, and here we have to make slant modification, and that is nothing but construction. Now what exactly? There is no contact of this angle with this angle, so we have to create correlation, and this can be done by two different methods. First, you can extend one line XY up to this part such that it will be intersect at QR. I repeat, you have to draw one line XY intersected up to QR, else you can draw a line YZ up to this part so that it intersect the line PQ somewhere over here. We have to draw any one construction. Here I am going to extend XY and going to draw up to downward direction, and a part is, here construction is a part that we are supposed to draw over here, and let us say this is the point of intersection and I am going to call this point as point T over here. Now remember, in case of a proof, as YZ is parallel to QR, naturally angle Y must be congruent to angle T which is formed over here. In secondary case, again PQ is parallel to XT, PQ parallel to XY means XT. Naturally this angle is congruent with Q. When first angle is congruent with second angle is congruent with third angle, then it is said that first angle is congruent with third. And in this way we are going to complete the proof. No doubt we are going to write in the form of given to prove number, statement, reason. Now student, as per the description, we are going to start the answer over here in the form of numbers, statement and reasons. Now one by one, here they have given sides of angle XYZ are parallel to sides of angle PQR according to that part. So first part will become, from diagram, first XY is parallel to PQ, XY parallel to PQ, and second YZ is parallel to QR, YZ parallel to QR. These are the both part which is given in the form. So for both I am going to write it as a given. Now as per condition we are able to write XY is parallel to PQ and YZ parallel to QR. So next part you have done a construction. So I am going to add the part. By construction, we have drawn extended line or XY, extend up to T. So this declaration of extension in terms of construction is also get completed. Now one by one. First, angle XYZ is congruent to XTR. Now why? Because these two automatically become corresponding angle. But when you go to explain corresponding angle, our conclusion is, as YZ parallel to QR as YZ parallel to QR and XT act as a transversal. That declaration is important. So, second part, as YZ parallel to QR, as YZ parallel to QR and XT act as transversal. Therefore, angle XYZ is congruent to angle XYZ is congruent to angle XTR, and angle XYZ congruent to angle XTR, and reason become corresponding angle. In a similar manner, here we are able to prove XYZ is congruent to XTR. Here I am going to write specification of a number. Your angle 1 is now congruent with angle 2. First step. Now I am going to write the part as XY means XT. XY means XT is parallel to PQ. Here QR act as a transversal, and automatically angle XTR is congruent to PQR. Again this 2 is congruent with 3. So I am going to write two part that angle 2 is congruent with angle 3, and the part is third. Also here XY means XT. XT parallel to PQ and QR act as transversal. Therefore, angle XTR is congruent to angle PQR. Reason, corresponding angle. Now, for first case, I am going to give it as a equation number 1. For second corresponding angle, I am going to give it as equation number 2. Now observe carefully. XYZ is congruent to XTR from equation number 1. Same angle XTR. So here you can see this angle XTR and this angle XTR is common or same. Same angle XTR is congruent to PQR. When first congruent is equal to second is same, congruent to third, then it is said that first is congruent to third. That is the concept called as a transitivity. So we can write from equation 1 and 2. So third part. So declaration from equation 1 and 2, angle XYZ is congruent to angle PQR, and in this way we can complete the proof. So proved. Student, please pay attention. Writing in the form of number, statement and reason is logically requirement when we are going to solve a numerical of geometry. And please write it very systematically manner so that you can easily observe the part and make the comparison. If there is any additional part, that is a construction, please make the declaration of a construction in answer itself only. Now moving to the next question, and the part is question number 5 and the part is line AB is parallel to line CD. Line AB parallel to line CD and line PQ is transversal. Find the measure of following angles. First, angle ART. Second, angle CTQ. Third, angle DTQ. And fourth, angle PRB. Now we are trying to understand the same question from diagram point of view. They have given line AB and line CD. These are parallel lines. Line PQ is act as a transversal. Line PQ is act as a transversal. It intersect to line AB at point R and line CD at point T. If value of BRT is 105, this angular value they have given 105 degree. Then find the values of angle ART. So their part is ART, means we are supposed to find this angle. Next CTQ. CTQ means we are supposed to find this angle. Next DTQ. DTQ means we are supposed to find this angle. And PRB. PRB means we are supposed to find this angle. So first, second, third and fourth. One by one, logically I am going to solve the part. First, this is 105 plus ART. These two are linear angle and their angle addition is always 180 degree. Starting from that part, and the part is. So here, first, from diagram, angle ART plus angle BRT, major angle BRT is equal to 180 degree. I am going to write major angle, and reason is nothing but linear pair. So linear pair. Now making a calculation, angle ART that we are supposed to find and BRT is given 105. So major angle ART plus 105 is equal to 180 degree. Now simplification. Major angle ART is equal to 180 plus 105 goes to that side, minus 105. And that part is major angle ART is equal to 10 minus 5, that is 5, and 8 minus 1, that is 7, and part is 0. So 75 degree. So this is your first answer. I am going to make an underline over here. And major angle ART is nothing but 75 degree. So I am going to give it as answer number 1, or you can say equation number 1. After this calculation, our second part after ART is nothing but CTQ. So we have to calculate CTQ. Now observe it. As this is 105, mathematically we are able to calculate this is as 75. Now ART is 75, this value that we know. Automatically we can calculate CTQ. That is the second part we have to calculate. Because if it is a 75, then these two angles means ART and CTQ. These two angles are nothing but corresponding angle. Because AB is parallel to CD and PQ is given as a transversal. Writing that observation over here, and the part is. So your second part is angle CTQ. Angle CTQ is congruent to angle ART, and reason is corresponding angles. Therefore, angle CTQ is equal to ART is 75, so automatically we can get it as a 75. No doubt, it is your second answer, so I am going to make an underline over here. And as this is the second answer, I am going to write it as equation number 2. Now, after able to get the value of CTQ in terms of angle, that is 75 degree, our third target is to calculate DTQ. Now, due to this 75, you are able to get this 75. Now, you have to calculate DTQ, means the angle which is over here. Now, you have a two way. Either 75 plus this angle is 180, means linear pair, or also as it is given 105, it is a corresponding angle, that is DTQ. And we are going to write this way, that DTQ is corresponding angle of BRT. As it is 105, automatically it's 105. So starting that part, and the part is. So third, angle DTQ. Angle DTQ is congruent with. Angle DTQ is congruent with BRT, and reason become corresponding angles. So automatically your DTQ, or you can see angle DTQ is equal to 105 degree, and as it is your one of the answer, so I'm going to make underline, or rather you can make a box to this, and this is the third answer, giving it as equation number 3. Now as you are able to get first, second, third, our last part is calculation of angle PRB. Now here PRB, which is over here, again you have two part, either 105 plus this is 180, or you are calculated this 75. Exactly vertically opposite angle is PRB. PRB, it is vertically opposite angle of ART. As it is a 75, we can write it as a 75, writing this way, and the part is. So fourth part, angle PRB, angle PRB is congruent with angle ART. Reason, vertically opposite angles. As PRB is vertically opposite of ART, value of ART we are already calculated, that is 75 degree. So this value is nothing but 75 degree, and that is nothing but your angle PRB. Remember student, whenever we are going to show that these two angles are congruent, we are using the sign of congruency. But when we convert it into values, we are writing equal, not a congruent. Remember it very carefully. So whenever there is a value 75 degree, 90 degree, or whatever may be, you have to write in the form of equal. And as it is your answer, so again I am going to make underline over here. And this is your fourth answer. And the part is, in this way we are able to calculate first answer, second answer, third answer, and fourth answer. And as this is the answer, please make a proper box to your answer and write in very systematically manner in the group of number, statements, and reason. Whether you are giving a title or not is not important. In this way, answer number 1, answer number 2, answer number 3, and answer number 4 is ready with you. Please make a proper box and also put the values over there so that you can understand during calculation. Whether to explain this answer in diagram or not, that depend upon totally you, but you are supposed to write it properly over here so that you can clear all the concept. And definitely with the proper handwriting, you are supposed to get full marks. First answer, second answer, third answer, fourth answer. Make a proper grouping in terms of numbers.